Hi, this is Story Time with Aunty Ean. Today's story is from a collection of 12 beautifully illustrated stories titled Gemilangnya Putrajaya or Magnificent Putrajaya. This is a joint collaboration between IBBY Malaysia and Perbadanan Putrajaya for the 25th anniversary of Putrajaya and the Road to IBBY Congress 2022. Today's story is a short story titled The Butterfly, written and illustrated by Teo Chun Yen. The story of the butterfly is set in Taman Botani Putrajaya or the Botanical Gardens of Putrajaya. The Putrajaya Botanical Gardens covered a large area. There was a grassy place beside the lake. Many people were picnicking there. Here is one family. There is Abah, Mak, and Adik. The plants were green, the flowers were colorful and lovely, and the air was nice and cool. But 10-year-old Ezrin did not notice all these. She was sitting on top of a red bicycle. Abba and Mak had rented it for her, but Ezrin was angry and annoyed with her parents. They had made her follow them to this picnic here. Adik, her little brother, was excited and happy, but Ezrin wanted to stay home. She wanted to finish playing her video game. So now you know why she looks so grumpy and annoyed and unhappy. Ezrin got off her bicycle. She pushed it beside her. She looked back at her parents and her small brother. They were sitting on the picnic mat. They waved. She did not wave back. Her brother Adik shouted, "Kat Long, Kat Long." Ezrin ignored him. Ezrin walked nearer to have a good look. She lowered her bicycle to let it lie on its side. Some flowers and leaves moved slightly in the wind. A slight movement of the wind rustled some leaves. Ezrin noticed a small brown pot. It was moving slightly. Ezrin knelt down to look at the pot. The pot was dry and brown. It was attached to a branch and the back of a leaf. Ezrin forgot that she was angry. She crept nearer. To her amazement, a butterfly was coming out of the pot. Its skinny wings were squeezing through. Behind Ezrin, someone cried out, "Wow, that is so beautiful!" Ezrin looked behind her shoulder. She saw a girl's face bent forward. The girl's slanted eyes were sparkling. "It's a butterfly," the girl said in a soft voice. Ezrin realized then that the girl was in a wheelchair. "Hi, I'm Lulu. I love to come here to the botanical gardens." said the girl in the wheelchair. Again, a fluttering sound was heard. Ezrin put a finger to her lips. "Shh," she said. A bright blue butterfly was coming out from the ugly brown pot. Something was happening. It was the birth of a butterfly. The hard pod had split open earlier. Then the butterfly had come out of the pot. At first, it looked strange. It had a big, swollen body, but the folded wings were small and wrinkled. Slowly, the body became smaller. Liquid flowed from the body to the wings. The wings started to move and opened slowly. They were beautiful bright blue and yellow wings. The wings grew bigger and stronger. The new butterfly dried its wings in the sun. Then it spread out its wings and lifted into the air. Lulu shouted and tried to stand up. She stretched her arms towards the butterfly. But Lulu forgot. She could not stand up on her own. She had imagined herself to be the butterfly, breaking free. So Lulu fell forward. Luckily, Ezrin caught her as she fell. Ezrin had saved Lulu from hurting herself. "If only I could be free, like the butterfly," cried Lulu in a very sad voice. Ezrin looked at Lulu's thin and twisted legs, covered by a piece of cloth. Ezrin felt very sad. She said to Lulu, "I can move freely. I can follow my family anywhere on my own. But I was unhappy this morning. I wasn't grateful at all." Ezrin helped Lulu to sit properly in her wheelchair. Lulu pointed to a young woman nearby. "My sister brought me here. She will be looking for me." Ezrin smiled and said, "Lulu, let me push you around in your wheelchair." Ezrin pushed the wheelchair forward. In front were some bright orange flowers, and there were butterflies everywhere. Ezrin said to Lulu, "Let's see the beautiful garden together." "The Putrajaya garden is so beautiful, isn't it?" said Lulu. Ezrin took her bicycle back to her parents. Ezrin smiled at Abba and Ma. Ezrin touched her brother's head. "Abba, Ma, Adik, wait for me a while. This is my new friend Lulu. I will show her the beautiful flowers. I will take her across the Canterbury Bridge over there." Abba and Ma exchanged happy looks. They waved to Ezrin and Lulu. Abba, Ma and Adik looked surprised and smiled back. "Be happy, Ezrin and Lulu. Have fun." The end. Hey, now that we have listened to the story, let's think about the story. After listening to the story, Go and find out about the cycle of a butterfly that changes from an egg to a caterpillar, then a pupa in a pod, and finally the beautiful butterfly comes out. Like this, a butterfly changes from ugly to beautiful. The butterfly is a symbol of change. This is a story of transformation or change to something better than you were before. Do you know there are 3 butterflies in the story? The real butterfly, from the ugly brown pod, a beautiful butterfly emerged, a beautiful natural transformation of nature. Ezrin, how did she change? Ezrin was a child who did not know how blessed she was. From an angry girl, she learned to appreciate how blessed she was to be healthy and that she has a loving family. Lulu, how did she change? Lulu was unhappy as she could not walk and could not be free, but she found happiness in making a new friend. Making friends. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. In this story, you found how 2 people from different backgrounds can also become friends. It is good for you to make friends all around you and all around the world. The Butterfly is a short story written and illustrated by Putrajaya. Let's sing together. Now you have listened to the story. Let's sing a song about butterflies before we say goodbye. That is all for today. Aunty Ean says thank you and bye-bye. For International Children's Book Day 2022, IBBY Malaysia and IBBY brings you Story Time. Stories are wings that help you soar every day. The stories are wings. International Children's Book Day 2022. A bird full of stories flew today from Manidi in Moshato, bringing on its wings phrases and paintings of favorite fairy tales. This is how a journey of communication through the fairy tales between our schools began.